I take executive action only when we have a serious problem, a serious issue, and Congress chooses to do nothing. And in this situation, the failure of House Republicans to pass a darn bill is bad for our security, it's bad for our economy, and it's bad for our future. So, while I will continue to push House Republicans to drop the excuses and act, and I hope their constituents will too, America cannot wait forever for them to act. And that's why today I'm beginning a new effort to fix as much of our immigration system as I can on my own, without Congress.
President Obama, may I call you Barack? No, scratch that. You are the president. Because of that, you deserve the respect of the office. But you see, I just want to try and have a friendly conversation with you here about something so important, so critical, so necessary to the national discourse that I thought we might try and bond a little here. I mean, if we're right here in the same room, I'd break out a couple of beers and we just talk, though I will have to admit I've seen your taste in the fine arts of hops and barley, and it leaves a lot to desire, okay? You seriously want to drink that stuff? All right, hey. Let me take you back to Boston for a little local brew, and then we'll... No, wait a minute. Sorry. I'm off on a tangent here. Let me get back to the point. You see, I want to help you with that one thing you must learn to do better, or you will lose the respect of whatever part of the nation you still hold thrall with. Let's be honest. Not exactly as if you've got these people eating out of your hands these days. If there is one thing that you need to do, one absolute that I believe will make you a better president, a better leader, someone who is believable and trustworthy every single time he opens his mouth to an audience of any kind, it's... Mr. President, let me be blunt, my friend. You have to learn to sell a joke better than you have been.
But I remember the story of a fellow who was running for office as a Republican, and he was in a rural area and it wasn't known to be Republican, and he stopped by a farm to do some campaigning. And when the farmer heard he was a Republican, his jaw dropped and he said, "Wait right here till I go get Ma. She's never seen a Republican before." So he got her, and the candidate looked around for a podium from which to give his speech, and the only thing he could find was a pile of that stuff that Bess Truman took 35 years trying to get Harry to call fertilizer. So he got up on the mound, and when they came back, he gave his speech. And at the end of it, the farmer said, "That's the first time I ever heard a Republican speech." And the candidate said, "That's the first time I've ever given a Republican speech from a Democratic platform."
You see, I know most people aren't really getting it these days, but seeing as I've been around the entertainment field for a long time and know good comedians who make a living out of being funny, I can tell you you're just not quite getting it right. What is really evident is that, well, your material needs to be better. Presidents aren't always supposed to be funny, but if you get good writers and then learn a little something about delivery, hey, anybody can be funny.
A year ago, my approval rating was in the 30s. My nominee for the Supreme Court had just withdrawn, and my vice president had shot someone. Those were the good old days.
Okay, so anyone can be funny. You have to remember it comes to having great material that everyone with half a working brain cell knows has to be nothing more than a joke. I mean, think about this for just a second. It's obvious that's what it is. And then all you have to do is add to that a great delivery, little deadpan work on it, and everyone will know that just about everything you've said recently is exactly as you intended it to be. A joke, funny, side-splitting, raucous. No way it could be anything but meant to be satirically amusing. I mean, these are the jokes, right? That's telling it like it is, Mr. President. As MidPoint continues on the Newsmax TV network.